Hello men, we are back, and off camera I have tried a few things, just so you wouldn't have to look at it. And a man in the comments said that I could probably axe those planks, but that's actually not what I'm supposed to do, I think, or it didn't work rather. What I am supposed to do, at least to my knowledge, is I need to go around town and kill all of these. I think it's supposed to sort of straight from Mountain Blade. The thing is, it's random where shit spawns, and I had something happen right here last I tried this, but now it isn't. So I have to run around. I suppose it's kind of shit game design had it been in the newer game, but I think they were sort of going for a sense of being lost and attacked and not really knowing what happened. So you pretty much got to go around until enough of these have attacked you, and then the door to the church opens, and I think that's where I need to go in, because that's where I stopped, because that's how I progress. I think. Oh, there we go. So I was wondering, I thought I had heard about Demonites before, and I was wondering what the hell they were, so I looked it up, and it's actually that enemy from Blood Rain. The little worm, oh, yeah, there we go. The little skull with a fucking worm on it. Is it F6? F6 mutes the sound. F5 mutes the sound, F6 does the thing. Okay. Yeah, it's the little enemies that burrow into people's bodies in place of their heads. In Blood Rain. It looks like pretty much just a floating thing with a spot. Wait, is that an item? I thought I saw something flashing by this guy. We're quite out of ammo, and the axe is awful. So let's see what we find in here. I'm hoping to not be molested. Okay. Well, sermon obviously is important, so let's bounce. And possibly Satan. Is that it? Oh, it's that thumbs up Jesus picture. Do you have anything to say?
It's locked.
Don't tell me I'm gonna get stuck again immediately after. I don't want to play too much off camera, just because I want to keep this blind. I couldn't do that with Nocturne on account of me having played that 50,000 times. Was that it? Oh, fucking hell. What? There was a hole through that guy's torso and he was talking about pants. Oh wait, we've got to turn the thing off. On. Yeah, see you there. Come back, you nude bastard. Oh shit, that's all my ammo. That guy looks mean. No ammo. Got the enhanced radiance emitter. Oh, it's a... Okay. Let's get our prod. Why did I bleed there?
What do you want from me?
We are your dad.
Gain ammo for cutscene. I think we should probably call a stranger.
Oh my God. What happened? What have I done? I've killed All of them.
Uh-oh. Is it? Could it be? Yes! Oh. She shot herself. Oh, good morning. I like her face, the way she looks. Especially when startled. It's adorable.
I just had the most disturbing dream. The people of Burkittsville turned into horrible creatures. I killed all of them, but then they transformed back into humans. I had no choice. I lost control of myself. I killed those people. I remember seeing the stranger. He was standing above me, looking down. God, I was dead. I was shot through the head. But the gun was in my hand. I wonder what it all means. This town must be really getting to me. I wish I'd just fled from the monsters, ran into the forest or something, so I wouldn't have been forced to kill them.
That is pretty much the exact opposite of what a stranger would have done. He's just like, fuck everything. Fuck monsters. Okay, so let's see if I actually...
I can't carry all my gear in town. I'll get it before I go into the woods.
Okay, I'm hoping I haven't lost... Is that a thing there? I'm hoping I haven't lost my ammo that
I don't have
used in the
time
dream.
for a bath right now.
Do a poop then. No? Okay. I'm guessing I'm talking to people. Again. Let's go talk to man face, see if he's alive. He is, hello.
Miss Holliday.
Hello.
Okay. Guess we talk to everyone. This is like fucking early BioWare games. Speak to everyone between action sequences. Wait, it's the
Hold
accent
it.
again.
Stop right there.
Are you Sheriff Bowers?
I know why you're here. Martinsburg's out of my jurisdiction. Check with the sheriff there.
We've done that, thank you. But there's been no sign of Jenny since she vanished. We are completely out of leads, and my sister's getting desperate. So I decided to come here and see...
And you think Rustin Parr took your niece? Listen, lady. 8 children disappeared from this town. One of them is back home right now, staring at the corner of his room. The other 7 we dug out of shallow graves in Parr's basement. We searched every corner of that house. There was nothing else there. Be on your way.
Oh, the axe is back there. Maybe this man will tell me something.
Sheriff had a point, you know. All 7 kids we found in Parr's basement were local kids.
I'd like to see his house.
The Parr place? Yeah. Well, you see, the day they sentenced Parr, a lot of folks, well, they got all worked up and went out to his house. Burned it to the ground.
Normal.
They destroyed the house?
Now, these people have been through hell this year. Now, I'm not excusing what they did, but tempers were running hot. Some of these people lost their children. And it's not like there was anything left out there anyway. We went over the entire place with a fine-tooth comb. We found everything we needed to put Parr away for good. This trial was quick.
Is there any way I could talk to the judge who presided? I've got some questions I'd like to ask.
Well, that trial must have worn him out because he just, up and left without telling anyone. I came in and that sign was on the door. It's not really like him, but he's earned a few days off.
May I have the axe?
I'd better not tamper with this.
Okay, so that's back. That probably means...
There's a note on the door. On vacation back next Monday.
What day is it then?
Sorry, ma'am. If there's anything else we can do to help.
Charlie, get in here.
How might I speak to Pa myself?
Hobart, that'll be enough of that. We got our hands
Hobart.
plenty full around here without having the problems of other towns dumped in our laps. Now you go take your troubles to Sheriff Bram in Martinsburg. You leave me and my officers alone. You got it? The Parr case is closed.
I like his slanted eyelid things. It's a nice touch in a game like this, where it's generally easier just to do like the same kind of model. Can I steal this now?
I'd better not tamper with this.
But there's no one to see.
There's a note on the door. On vacation back next Monday.
Right. Anything back here? Quite happy looting everything.
I'm not going to bother the sheriff.
I wonder how that thing was supposed to work. The thingy meter I was using during the day, because during the night, because I think I just randomly ran into the things I was trying
The
to
sheriff
track.
has proven less than helpful. He's on edge and openly hostile to me. The deputy, on the other hand, might be willing to help. I should talk to him when the sheriff isn't around. That these people destroyed the crime scene is infuriating. There's no way that this backwater sheriff could have found the clues that I suspect littered that place. So much evidence lost.
Oh. Just fucking pulling the door at hinges. So why was that kid? Why did he have a big hole in his gut? He didn't look like a demonite. The last family didn't.
I've been here before, in that dream. Even the window is shattered.
Oh, hello there, young lady. I was so deep in prayer I didn't hear you come in.
I can return later if you're busy.
Nonsense. God is eternal. He'll always be there when I return. But you're here now. You must be Elspeth Holliday. What can I do for you?
Word gets around fast in this town.
I'll say a prayer for your niece.
I'd rather find an explanation in Burkittsville. After the Rustin Parr trial, I started wondering if maybe he...
Oh, no, not possible.
Well, is there anything at all you can tell me about Parr?
His is a lost soul.
That's all?
I hope that didn't just bug something
out of
out.
curiosity, what happened to that stained glass window behind you?
It's a mystery. I just found it that way last Sunday morning.
I hope that... I should have more than one save. I'm gonna save in a new save once I'm done with this set, because if he does something like that and I don't get a full cutscene, then I should probably... Yeah, I should probably be careful about that. Is there a door here? No. Okay. No demonite coming out the window now. No. It's weird that she doesn't bring any of her gear. I would have at least have brought the Luger. It's up here. Oh, it's the school. Oh, she dead. Trying to make a little noise.
Excuse me? Oh, good Lord. Hello there. I'm sorry. I must have drifted off. I can return later if you like.
No, don't rush off. I'm Suzanne Ascot. Can I help you?
My name is Elspeth Holliday. I'm here in search of my missing niece.
Oh, no. This nightmare is endless.
Are you all right?
All right? How could I possibly be all right? Over half my students were slaughtered. My children.
I know what's happened must have taken a terrible toll on you. I wish there was something I could do.
You'll have to excuse me. I haven't been myself lately. No, there's nothing you can do for me. Thank you, though. I'm terribly sorry about your niece.
Why don't you just leave town? Get away for a while.
If it were only that easy. But that's up to my husband.
Your husband?
Mm-hmm. Stephen Ascot, pastor of the church. I've asked him, begged him to move away, but he refuses. He says that without him, no one would be left in the town to appeal to God. Satan would swallow Burkittsville whole. But we've already lost 8 of our beautiful children.
8? Now, I thought only 7 died.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Brody. Well, he isn't dead, but how could anyone say he's alive? Poor, poor boy. He'll never be the same.
What's wrong with him?
After he escaped from Parr, he became unreachable. He doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, he doesn't talk.
That's awful. He must have been severely traumatized.
I just wish there was some way to pull those terrible memories out of his head.
I do, too.
Especially after a glimpse of what's in his mind. He drew this a few weeks ago. Some weird scribbles and symbols with the words, "Leave me alone."
That is disturbing.
Yes, I know. I almost stopped going by to check on him after I saw this. It's just so heartbreaking.
Would you mind if I kept this?
Well, if you want it. I know I'd be happy never to see it again.
Would it be possible for me to see Kyle?
That's not a good idea. He's not big on strangers anymore.
He's not the only one.
You could always try, though. I'd love to have your help if you think there's a way you can break through to him. The Brody house is out behind the hotel.
I'll see if we can have a look at that picture. Also, that lady has a weird face. Would it be at the end of this? There. Pfft. Wait, what? Okay. Anything more?
If you must see them, the Brodys live in the house behind the hotel.
A lot of these people have very unique faces, except for maybe Holiday. But I think that's more of a remnant from Nocturne, where people didn't have very unique
murdered
faces.
accounted for half of the town's child population. And now it seems that the one survivor, a boy named Kyle Brody, is lost in a world of his own. The local schoolteacher, Suzanne Ascot, has been keeping track of Kyle's progress during his recovery from the abduction. She showed me one of the boy's drawings.
I just saw that.
There are strange symbols in the sketch that resemble alphabetic characters. Almost runic, but nothing I recognize. There might be something more to these markings. Perhaps Kyle saw these symbols at Rustin Parr's house. Well, if the townspeople hadn't burned the place to the ground, I could get samples and possibly translate the alphabet. Kyle Brody's house is behind the motel. I'll try to meet with him myself.
Let's fucking do it. It's been a while since there's been a disproportionately loud jump scare. People mentioned that in the previous set. It's just like a lot of the effects in this are very muted, but a lot of the action shit's very loud. So I can either... It's difficult to do sound balancing for something like that.
How can I help you, ma'am?
Mrs. Brody, I'm Elspeth Holliday. My sister...
Yes, I've heard about you, and I am sorry for your loss, but you'll find no answers here.
I'd like to speak with Kyle to see if he remembers anything about Jenny.
You will do no such thing.
Ugh.
Listen, Miss Holliday, I know the pain your family must be going through, but I don't know if my son will ever be the same. Some days he seems like he's making progress, and then he slips back away from me. It's a mother's worst nightmare. Since they found him in Parr, she's been like the walking dead. Oh, God, it rips my heart out to see him like this every day. Please, just go away. Just go. Don't bother my family anymore, for God's sake. We've been through enough. Goodbye, Miss Holliday.
Well, that was okayly voice acted. I feel like the facial animation did not...
Just met Kyle Brody's mother. She's in pretty bad shape, and the boy's even worse. He sits on his porch, staring blankly off into space and clutching a ragged teddy bear. I'm convinced now that Pa was practicing some form of black magic. The symbols in Kyle's sketch are too uniform to be random scrawlings. They must be characters of some sort of alphabet, something that burned into his memory. They have some similarity with the demonic scripture I've seen. But how would Rustin Parr have learned a demon's alphabet?
I feel like that would have worked better, the previous one, had the lady been facing away from the camera while doing the thing. Seeing her face and having that reaction. Also, apparently, if you look at Holliday's lips, when she does this narration, I thought it was like post-case narration, but apparently she's talking to herself, which makes this a bit weird. Let's see if we can talk to him. Shit. Come on, Kyle. What up?
Goodbye, Miss Holliday. Goodbye, Miss Holliday.
Okay, so black magic. We have not spoken to the news dude. We've not been to the
Hello, where did you come from? Help me? Did Kyle draw this? I'd best keep this one to myself.
Hell 9 me. She said keep it to herself, but I'm just gonna go up here and see if there's actually something that changes if we plute up here. Doesn't seem like it.
Goodbye, Miss Holliday.
No, it's the same. Okay, so we're gonna go to the diner, see if there are any pies in heaven. Adrian Brody. Oh, so it's snowing today, but apparently the DK fucking pollen has already struck, and I'm sort of like already. So if I sound a little congealed, then it's probably why. Sorry. Oh, it's pie heaven, dude. Rotate? Ah.
Welcome back, Miss Holliday. Sleep well last night?
Oh, not really. I had the most disturbing dream.
Haven't we all? I doubt anybody in this town's getting much sleep lately. Can I get you something to eat?
Just coffee, thanks.
So, have you talked to the sheriff about your niece yet?
I did, unfortunately.
Ooh, I think I know what you mean. He's not a particularly jolly fellow to begin with. To be quite honest, sometimes he's even downright mean, especially to women. But he's been unusually cranky, even for him. Speak of the devil.
Gretchen.
Hello yourself. What can I get for you? The usual?
You bet.
Talk to you later, hon.
Aha, so now he isn't around. I can go talk to the vice man.
Now's my chance to speak to the deputy alone. He obviously wanted to talk before, but the sheriff put a quick stop to that.
Abandoned my coffee. Not suspicious at all. Get polluted.
Ma'am? Miss Holliday?
Yes?
Well, since the sheriff isn't here right now, I wanted to tell you. Well, I can't offer you much help, but this might be of some use. Every so often I find these crazy stick figures in Parr's cell. And for the life of me, I can't figure out how he gets them in there.
Would you be able to give one to me?
Well, I had no need of them, so I've always thrown them out. Sorry. I wish there was more I could do to help.
Well, actually, there is. Do you have a map that would lead me to Parr's house?
You know, there's nothing left out there but smoldering wood.
Yes, but I still need to see it for myself. Look, I'm sure we don't have much time before the sheriff gets back, and I can't waste it playing games. You seem like a good man, and I hope I can trust you.
Trust me with what?
I'm a doctor, working for a secret government agency that deals
Jesus.
specifically with cases like Rustin Parr's.
What? And what agency would that be?
If I told you, it wouldn't be much of a secret, would it?
Yeah, I suppose not. What about your missing niece?
The missing niece is a fabrication, a cover story. It's important that you believe me now, Mr. Hobart.
Call me Charlie. You know, Sheriff Bowers would lock you up if he heard the things you just told me.
I know, but I had to take that chance. Please, Charlie, I need that map.
The sheriff would have my hide if he found it missing. But I tell you what, we just won't tell him, will we? I gotta warn you, though, the map isn't complete. It'll get you close, but you'll have to find the house on your own once you get there. The path leading into the forest is behind the school.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, you fucking break your cover, Holiday. God damn it. Might need this. Come on. Come on. There. Nope. Scan. There. Nope.
I'd better not tamper with
damn.
this.
Well, I'm gonna go get my pew-pew because
I'm
if
ready
this
to
is
go into the woods now. I better take my gear with me. At least now I have a map to what's left of Parr's house.
Okay, so she does tell you to get your gear with her. In Nocturne, I'll be saying that a lot, and I already have. You could often go on missions without your gear if you didn't go see Holiday, who kitted you out. Ah, fucking hell! That something spooked me there.
I'm ready to go into the woods now. I better take my gear with me.
That's what I'm doing. I've got all my ammo back. Make sure not to waste it so much this time. Oh man, exciting. Do a great save. Out behind the school's this way, isn't
I
it?
shouldn't stray far from town.
Okay, I guess not. There's the school. Is there a path behind it? My stomach makes a weird noise. Yes. Fucking ready for anything.
No, I shouldn't draw my weapons in town. No, I shouldn't draw my weapons in town.
No? You think we're in town, Holiday?
No, I shouldn't draw my weapons in town.
That's a,
No, I
that's a
shouldn't draw my
flashlight.
weapons in town.
Oh, is this a maze? Burkittsville. Well, I got a map. I should.
Finally, to Parr's house, and perhaps visit Coffin Rock as well.
Dun dun dun.
The map grows awfully vague this far from town. I'm close to Parr's house, but I'll have to fill in my own details from here.
Scary. Right? Right? And that's half an hour. So next time we'll get the spooks, I guess. GN.